love here today, and I can tell, that I really love being in this company, that I'm here today. I think it's very appropriate that we've commemorated this 1,000 days, because you're not supposed to be here. The government would like everybody to be disengaged by now. Yeah, well, maybe that's really what they want. But the fact that we've all stayed engaged, we can keep going. And we have to view this, maybe you were awake many years ago, maybe you just woke up in the last few years, maybe you woke up last year. But we're all awake now, and we know we're not going to stop because some event happens. I mean, we want to see justice done. We want to see that this is sorted out. But we know that this is a fight now for the rest of our lives. This is something we can't trust them. We can't trust anyone else to look after our people. We have to do it ourselves. And whether you're standing up or whatever you're doing, you've got to view this as the rest of your life battle, because that's what it is. This is a big battle. We've come along. Look, the thalidomide scandal was tiny in comparison, and it took over 5 years just to get that corrected. They know that they've done something criminal. They're not going to just suddenly let us have our way. We're going to have to fight like the Palestinian people are having to fight at the moment. Maybe we won't see the end of the battle. Maybe it will be like in Europe when our forebears were building cathedrals, where the grandfathers would start it and the grandsons would finish the cathedral. You all have tenacity, and that's really the quality of the Anzacs, isn't it, that we were commemorating this morning. When we said lest we forget, I was sort of thinking, are we talking about those that died at Gallipoli? Or are we considering the people who have passed away because of this terrible gene transfection treatment that people have been deceived into taking over the last few years? This year we put in a wood heater because we got sick of paying for our gas. We should have the cheapest gas in the world here, but they make us pay for it. So we put in a wood heater because I could get wood. And I thought I was going to buy a wood splitter. And I thought, no, I need the exercise. I'll split it myself. And I don't know if you've had the opportunity to split Australian hardwood. You get a bit of yellow box or something, and you just hit it and hit it and hit it and hit it. And you go, it's not going to split. It's not going to split. And you hit it again and again. But one hit, it gives. And the next hit, it just falls apart. And that's what's going to happen with this. We look like we're not going to succeed. We're just going to keep hitting and hitting and hitting. Whichever way we choose to do it, whether it's getting active in political system, getting elected to councils, supporting those, campaigning in elections, whether it's through legal actions, through common law, getting, supporting all the people that do all these things in the way that you can, like you are today. We're not going to give up, and we're going to split that piece of hardwood right in two, and that's going to be our governmental system. And you wait. You mark our words. The Australian people don't give up. And this is a testament to it today. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
First of all, I acknowledge Corey for holding this space for us all. Because I really believe without Corey's dedication, we would not be here now having this gathering. And that would be very, very sad.
Legend.
And like there's a few live streams going and recordings happening, and like really share this out because I think this is an important day for people around Australia that don't even know we're here. To let them like try and get it out that there are people still here standing since 1,000 days ago, 1,007 days ago for the convoy. And so the government, I think they rely on us forgetting. That's how they always do it. When a new government comes in, they'll bring in some really bad laws, and 3 years later you've forgotten about that and they're being voted back in again. So, but this is one we're not forgetting, and I think they're getting nervous about it. So instead of calling it an echo chamber, I'm calling these platforms resonance chambers, where it just gets bigger and bigger and louder until we take over, and this government's going to just get blown over. So, yeah, and about the police are actually set up more as a military system. They've got their commanders and chiefs, and they're taking orders. They take orders, right? Today you're going to do a brand and breath test in this street. Today you're going to target speeding in this street. Today you're going to do this. But that's not the job of the police. The police is to go out, maybe go on patrol and see where there's trouble. People call them and say, oh, look, there's some trouble over here. Can you come and help us? Yeah. They're not meant to be under a system of command like they are now. So if they were free to go and do their investigations and look here and there, maybe they could. There's some suspicious activity going on in this house here, and do a bit of their investigation. They're happy to pull you up on the side of the road and do an investigation, but how about doing some investigation around Canberra, where the politicians hang out? So yeah, maybe I'll have more to say in a sec, but anyway, that'll do.
Guys, just remember not to use the V word, because all this will be for nothing if you use the V word, because it'll just get brought down real fast. Those guys in blue, it's a good point that Paul says there about where the drug house is in their town, right? You could probably just say ice house, whatever. Everybody knows where they are in every town. Are you trying to tell me that these fuckers in blue can't work it out? That just shows you they don't care about that. They want that because it divides the community, keeps them suppressed. Hey, you PSOs, who the hell are you protecting? Protect the service. Wait, protecting a bit of dirt at the moment? How about you go out and protect some children?
I just wanted to acknowledge a really important part of our protest, and that's the people that join us every single day online. You folks over there, thank you for all your contributions that you make, keeping us enthused, keeping us entertained with your comments. And really interestingly, it's not just Australian people that are on that feed. We have people around the world. We have people in England, in the States, and that's just an indication of what we already all know, that this is across the world. This is not going away. This movement is growing every single day exponentially as more people find out. So, yeah, Samantha, your days are numbered. You can't get away from this. It's not going away anytime. Not anytime soon. It's just not going away. So do something about it. Thank you.
Yeah, and just to continue on, the reason why I'm was looking forward to this day was what's next. To come and meet all you, see what's going on around Australia and what's next, because it's like, yeah, we've got to keep this going, and as our speaker before said, yeah, just got to keep going and building the momentum basically, and don't let it be forgotten.
Thanks, Mark. Yeah, I just want to, I'm glad Paul said what he said.
Corey, the crew, you know who you are. Yeah, it wouldn't be happening without you guys. You know, it wouldn't still be happening. So I don't have any words for it, man. I'm just blown away, you know. So yeah, man. You know, Samantha. Yeah, you know, it's been said. You thought we'd just go away. Well, here we are still.
Really?
And now there's a very proficient network working around our country and around the world. As we all know the Masonic network of filth that is one of the vehicles that the controllers use in our country in particular. And we can see Masonic lodges closing around the country due to lack of patronage. We all know, everybody knows, there's control and how it's delivered. And so we see a groundswell, like I explained the other day, just listening to the radio, talking to all the people I talk to, and we can see on the radio, on ABC, we've got hundreds of Queensland police now joining a mass claim. I know a lot of them personally, and they've decided not to join the claim because they know they'll make a lot more money. I wonder who's paying for all this. It's going to come on like a fucking snowball. We can see it now. We see the ABC did a survey, and they said the public has lost confidence in the health system. Okay, what are they going to say? Why is that? Oh, the ambulance ramping, blah, blah, blah. There's no avoiding it. Eventually there will be nowhere to go. You know, you've pushed people to the limit. They can't afford to buy houses, they can't afford the Australian dream. Housing crisis, cost of living crisis, all orchestrated by the Freemason DMLA designed to control and divide us. And so, the movement grows and grows and grows. And like I said, I've got good friends, policemen, who are standing here with us metaphorically. They will be standing. They've said that they can't wait to come and stand in Canberra with us and do what needs to be done. And the only way to do it is boots on the ground. This is what the Constitution says. The sufficient cause. The governor needs to see us here, standing here with our boots on. Anyway, and we know that we're at tipping point. They admit it themselves, they mock us constantly. They tell us about the 1,200 companies or so, the biggest companies in Australia that didn't pay a fucking cent in tax. Why is that? And they brag about it. They tell us openly. Well, people can't afford to pay the rent. Well, ScoMo goes and buys another mansion. And you know who I'm talking about, the person who's put the potential defamation suit on me for not wanting to talk about what I know, about what you guys do at your little fucking parties, right? And you know what, guys? I'll tell you what, it was no coincidence that our friend Glenn Fisher popped up out of the woodwork, and I'd like everybody to go and make sure they check in with Glenn Fisher. He's on TikTok. Join his channel. Follow him. He needs our help. He needs our support. He is the living link. He is the one that even, I'm going to pull myself back, even these people, these supposed freedom leaders like Malcolm Robertson, I've called out to try the debunk on this. It's not just the 28, Malcolm. There's fucking Mulligan report. There's 100 of them. Go and talk to him, Malcolm. I put it out there, mate. That many fucking times. You little pussy. Talk to me. So, Glenn Fisher comes out and says, hang on, I was one of the authors. Right? You guys follow him. You've got to watch his videos. Do post them. He went in there with the current affair so he could get his file, so he could show them. and he had no access to it. They wouldn't give it to him. What's going on? Why the big secrets? Samantha, I bless you. I've driven from Queensland here. Today I bless you. The pedophile protectors standing at the gates, I bless you. Christ is King.
Quite a few people here encouraged me to get on Ants and start a prayer space. I'm not technologically inclined, but I want to encourage everyone here, Christian or not, to walk by faith and not by sight, and maybe join me on Ants.
Yeah, thanks, Liz. And Liz is one of the ones that just took up, you know, I put it out, we need to pray, guys. All right, we need to pray because this is a spiritual war. And every day Liz puts it on at 4 o'clock. I've been having a hard time getting there because I've got to visit my mum around that time in the Arvo. But I encourage you all on Twitter. All right, when Liz throws the link out and you see it go out, get in there, guys. All right, because God does love you. All right, He likes to hear from you. And He doesn't care whether you're cranky, mad, indifferent. He doesn't really care, right? All He wants is a relationship with you. And that's the bottom line, guys. I screamed at Him for 4 freaking years, man. When we lost that daughter, I went ballistic. Absolutely ballistic. But I could only go for so long and He wore me down. And then He put me on a boat and then He gave me 18 months on my own and He sorted me out. But the thing He told me was, you're going somewhere, Guru, in a war, okay? Dave, actually, then. But anyway, I knew where I was going, guys. And the thing that I knew I had to do was stand in truth. Okay, that was it. Didn't matter what come against me. Didn't want what come up. We just stand in truth. And that's what these guys over here behind the wall haven't got, guys. You know, you can put all the shit on them you want, and they deserve it. They deserve it. But I tell you what, they're about to watch their family die. They're about to watch their family get turbo cancer. They're about to watch themselves get turbo cancer. Because that's where we are in the world, guys. All right, there's been a lot of good speakers up here. I just didn't even sort of want to get up here. You guys have just been doing absolutely brilliant. You know, you got to listen to me every friggin' night. I don't know how you don't get sick of it, but me and Kazza. But we just try and do what we can do, guys. It's just bring you the news. But I tell you what, this is a world fight, like the lady was saying from the JWs, 4X JWs or whatever. This is a worldwide fight, guys, and I talk to a lot of people. All right, a lot of people off stage as well as on stage. All right, but I tell you what, everyone in the world's got each other's backs. Okay, we know what's going down. We know these fuckers over here, right, have got a lot to pay for. All right? You know, you don't make decisions like these people make and go home and sleep at night. These people are having trouble dealing with their own life. I can guarantee you that. All right? We have more and more people coming to our news show every week, guys. Every week. And thank you to all you people who share it out. That's the only reason it's getting out there, because we are censored like there is no tomorrow. All right? It is unbelievable. They don't like us. Why? Because all we do is stick to the truth. The truth, the truth, the truth, the truth, the truth. And the truth is getting a little bit, not monotonous, guys, but it's getting a bit, you know, under our skin now. Right, we've been talking the truth for 4 years, some of you 10 years, some of you 20 years. And I don't know how anyone could have been in this world for 20 years and got to this stage, mate. You must be going mad. Okay, because 4 years has been enough for me. I'm ready to end it. Okay, and end it is the people come together and we take back what's ours. So, look, we've got a lot of stuff going on all around the world, okay? You've seen what happened to Spain when they said, no, we're not supplying Israel with a thing. Look at Spain now, guys.
If you haven't seen, get on Twitter. All right, they've absolutely smashed the place. Right, they've done the same down in the mountains. I've got people in the mountains, in the Appalachian Mountains down there on the ground and that I talk to. And it's just, you know, we've got Sign on the Spaces who has a friend that lives there as well. And it's just unbelievable, guys. Now they're coming in for their kids. Right, they're coming in because they've got no house to live in. Well, now you can't have kids if you haven't got a house. They've got all the red tape out so you can't put small houses in. They come in and told them it'd take them 6 months to get from, what is it, Castle Rock or whatever, okay, not Castle Rock, but whatever that place is there. They had to get, you know, X amount up the road, otherwise it was a big journey back around the bottom. You know, the government come in and said, oh, it takes 6 months to build the road. The boys had it built in a week. A week. You know, this is what we're up against, guys. Just an absolute load of bullshit. So I'll give you my idea on what I think is going to happen. They're going to try and steal this election that, you know, it's not our country, but I tell you what, it's got a lot to do with us. Okay? So they're going to try and steal it as much as they can. We've seen that. But I do believe that God's got his hand on this. Trump's not our hero. Trump's not our saviour. Trump's a marketing manager. All right, like everybody else in the world. You people are as good as Trump. All right, we're all as good as Trump. We are our own Trump. You're not looking for anyone to lead you. You're leading yourself through this. Okay? Believe me. No, like Phil said, you know, we might get a little bit of help in the background, but no one's coming to save you. No one's coming to knock on your door and go, here we are, guru, we're going to take you out and everything's cool, let's go fix it. No, you are going to fix it. All right? But it's going to take a little bit of a battle, guys. It's not over yet. But I think everyone's pretty well battle-hardened, not weary. I think we're battle-hardened. All right, I think we've been through the biggest pre-season any team's ever had. Okay? But if you thought it was getting rough, guys, it's about to get rough. Okay? Because once they get that win over there overseas, all hell's going to break loose. Because, again, if you don't listen to me too much, and I don't mind if you don't, all right, be sick of me after 4 years, I can tell you. All right? But, guys, we got to work together. All right? We're going to have why do we have indifferences within the freedom movement? I can tell you why. Because we're all free fucking thinkers.
Human nature.
And you can't put a bundle of free thinkers together and get everyone to get on. It doesn't work. We think for ourselves. All right, but what we've got to do is look at that person beside us and go, well, I may not agree with you, but guess what? We're all climbing a hill. Okay, and I'll tell you what, if it gets heavy enough, that person there that you don't agree with, you're not going to care when his hand comes out or where his hand comes out from to help you get up that hill. It's as simple as that, guys. So are we going to have more conflict? Yeah, we are. That's life. That happens, all right? But the conflict is about the bigger picture, all right? We got a lot of free thinkers. We got a lot of smart. I've never met so many smart people in this freedom movement. You know, we got people just doing stuff that I never thought could be done. You know, whether that's being in our intellectual, you know, or in our mental or physical. But some of the engineers and the people that we have here, guys, we can run our country. The country runs itself. So we just got to keep working, all right? And that's it. It's a non-stop work period. Okay, but I just want to thank everyone because our page has grown. Why? Because you people have actually shared it around. When you've been told it's a bad site, don't go near it, this is misinformation. No one really cares. We just push the button and we share it out again, guys. So, look, we're here for the long haul. Me, my wife, Kaz, all right? Anyone else involved with us? And we're not going away. These guys know we're not going away. Don't worry, they're starting to crack, guys. That's why you've only got young punks. All right, because as someone just said, all the elder guys are gone. All right, they know what's happening. Okay? A lot of them, I think, have gone to go and look after themselves because they're not really... Jibby jab, sorry. Anyway, guys, we are where we are, okay? You are your leader, you are your saviour, but you can do that in a community, you can do that in a group, and that's how we're going to move forward. All right, so I think that what's going to happen here is they get a bit of a win over there, and what we're going to find out is that the world will come together, right? Why? Because this guy got his hand on it, okay? So we'll come together, right? And then it'll just be everyone realising that we actually have the power and the sovereignty within yourself to put your hand around someone and walk forward. All right, no one's leading no one. All right, you're taking yourself there. It's a self journey. It's a self live, self, educate. And this is what they've taken off us, guys. All right. So I just want to thank everyone. I want to thank these guys. It's supposed to be over 1,000 days, and I'm just rambling on. But yeah, what these guys have done over 1,000 days is just incredible, man. Incredible. This is, as I said yesterday, this is not the best environment to be living in. But Corey, Phil, I don't want to miss anyone. There's young Stevie, there's Corey, Phil, all these people down here that we get in touch with, all right, and we get the feedback off. Okay, it's just been an incredible event. I don't know another country. I talk to a lot of people, and there's not another country out there where any one group have spent 1,000 days at their capital, at their Governor Generals. I don't give a shit where it is. It's not being done, guys. So you're also a leader in the world. All right? Because I do know a lot of people now. All right? And no one's doing this, guys. They're duplicating our forests of the fallen. All right? They're taking again. Australia was the smartest country in the world. We had the best research, best doctors, best engineers, best everything. They're taking it all off us and giving it away. But we're still here. The brains are still here. The people are still here. They have just removed it. So, guys, it's a long haul. And we're just going back to take what? Exactly what was ours. We're not asking for no more. We just want what was ours. It's called freedom. Right? And the right to live in a country, deal with yourself. We all know what's right and wrong. We don't need these knuckles over here to tell us. And we all know it. And what we want them to do is come to the party and go, yeah. As I said, these guys are going to have to deal with their own stuff. We can bag them out all we want, and I agree with it. I totally agree with it, guys. You think I got a disdain for the cops? My word, I have 20 of them come down to arrest me, and they bring Win TV with them, and they make out me the biggest villain in the country. He's boat operator with all these drugs, and mate, they stole our election material. That's what they stole. The only thing that wasn't on the warrant that they took was our election material, and they took the lot. So what did they come to the boat for? I don't think it was to find Kerry's couple of reefers or something, you know what I mean? No, they were after our election material, guys. They thought they'd slow us up. Well, like you've seen in America, they did slow us up. They stole it. We know we had people vote for us in certain centres and we didn't even get a vote. That's what you're up against. All right, so someone mentioned Malcolm there before. I think it was Dan. All these politicians, I've told you guys, I tell you what, I could pick 6 guys out of here and tell them to come and stand with me and say, right, you're Malcolm Roberts and I'm Clint Kelly and you're so-and-so. We got a problem, guys, and here's the problem. We explain it to them. Mate, I know that you guys would camp out in that Parliament House, you'd bring your family in, you'd bring the food trucks outside, and you'd put it on the other people that you were supposedly work with to say, guys, it's all over. We're staying. All right, we're not moving. We're calling in 2 million people again, and we're going to do something. We want our country back. But sorry, guys, and look, if you have your favourite politicians, I talk to, I don't mind Rod. I don't mind different people, okay? They're human beings. Okay? They deserve to be loved. They deserve to be respected. Okay? Everyone does. But you also got to do your job in life or you don't get respect. It's as simple as that. You lose it. So, I tell you what, all you guys here, I'm going to hand this over now, but all you guys here are going to have a grandchild sitting on your knee at some stage. And that grandchild's going to be able to look up at you and say, hey, Pop or Nan, what'd you do? What'd you do? And all you people are going to be able to sit there and tell a fucking great story, people. A great friggin' story about how we got our country back. So I believe we will do it. I know we'll do it. But guys, it's not going to be an easy pass, okay? It's not. All right? We're up against the devil himself. For 2,000 years, they've never been beaten. Never. Never tasted defeat, this enemy that you guys have kicked in the arse. And you have. We've won the information war, guys. They're hands down. The world's waking up. So we won that part of the battle. The next part of the battle is to come. That's the take back. All right, but the information war has been won. All right, we've got them hands down. All right, we have, and it's going to continue to go. Now we just got to go and do the take back. But I tell you what, when I look around here and I see the people, even if this was us, guys, if this was us and there was no more, we'd do it. Exactly, we would do it. Okay, if we go down, we go down. But that's the type of people we are. We're not going down. All right, they're not going to win. Okay, we win. God's already won for us. The words he gave us was to endure and overcome. That doesn't mean you endure and overcome in your lounge, drinking a can and watching the footy. It means you go out in the battlefield and you endure and overcome. So I'm happy to be on the battlefield with you guys, and I thank you very much for all the support that me and my wife and Taz have had over the years. And all I can tell you is, all we're going to tell you is the truth, guys. No matter how much it hurts, no matter how much it ruffles the fucking feathers, I don't care. We live on truth. And if you can't live on truth, you got nothing to live on. I can tell you right now. Okay, so buckle up, boys. Hang on to your hats, ladies. All right? Because when things go down overseas, we're going to get the ripple. Okay, but I don't think the ripple is going to be as bad here as well. It is bad, guys. Look, every time, all you do is your leftover money to go and spend, and what are they doing? You know, tell me, you know, I've told you before, the time that Coles, Aldi's and Woolies will poison you is when their doors are open. It's as simple as that. Anything goes back to the big three, Vanguard, Blackrock, State Street, Down Street Kellogg's, you know, all the bullshit, Pepsi, Procter & Gamble, every bit of it, guys, they got you. So we've got a lot of work to do, but I tell you what, we've got a little band of warriors, and I do believe we can do the work. We're getting bigger every day, guys. There is more and more people waking up to this genocide, okay? And they're waking up to they can't live anymore. Their kids are under stress. Their kids are living back in their house. You know, grandparents don't like that. Or tell the people, I don't want my kids back in their yacht or house or wherever. Do I love them? Yeah. Would I look after them if they come back? Yeah. But I don't. I want them out there on their own feet, right, living their own life. I'm willing to look after them and help them out all I can. But guys, this is what's happening. We're seeing people fall back to the fold. So we got to take it back. We've got so many homeless guys. All right, we got so much money being spent in ridiculous areas, and I'm afraid that you guys are going to hang on to it until the rest get here with us. So let's just keep going, guys. All right, it's going to be a good haul. All right, you guys are absolutely brilliant. Okay, I run a news show. It's pretty simple. Okay, I'm not down in Canberra every day. I'm not down in Canberra every week. I'm here when I can get here. But we do our bit, as Phil said. We can all do a bit more, and I think, you know, I can see what Phil's saying there, but I tell you what, no one put your head down for what you got, and you listen to me, Phil, you've been an absolute friggin' hero down here, mate. You, Corey, and the others, Stevie, and the other people, all right? You've got Shannon and Lily here, right, who've now been here for the last, I don't know, 12 months or something, since they, two years. Guys, how's your bed felt for 2 years? I like me boat. I don't like sleeping in motels because I'm not moving. Right? Put up the last one. But yeah, how are you enjoying your house? Because we got people down here that haven't got a house, guys. They've got a vehicle, they got a tent, whatever. And the problem is we got thousands of people in this country living the same way. Okay, they never wanted to do it. And these guys want to do it, to fight. But there's so many people being forced into that situation, and that's what this is all about. You know, it's not about us, it's not about you. You're doing it why? Because you're unselfish, and it's all about the children. Okay? And that's the bottom line. It's the children. Okay, we got a lot of other aspects to fight, but the bottom line is they're attacking our children. They're doing it worldwide. You just seen what they've done in the Appalachians, guys. Oh, you can't have a house, but you can't have your kids. So Satan's on the loose. You guys are a merry band of warriors against him, and I just ask everyone to put on the armour of God when you get up each day and go out and take it on. All right? Be bold, guys, because we're at a time now you're going to see the breakthrough. Okay? It's going to be a hard push, but you're going to see little bits like we're seeing now. We're winning a lot of jurisdictional cases, guys. You know that? I don't emphasise them too much on the show, because we don't want to because all we're doing is putting people in trouble at the moment. You know, when you emphasise them and you start putting them out there, the authorities like to run at them, okay, and try and take them out. So believe me, guys, behind the scenes, all right, there's a lot of jurisdictional wins going on. The courts know they can't keep up with this bullshit. Okay, you've got people like Patriot 101 pushing them all day long. All right, a lot of other people doing it. You know, Glenn's not the only one, guys. There's a lot of people out there. Glenn works very hard at what he does, but there's other people out there that are winning. Okay, you just not hearing about it. The mainstream's not going to tell you about it, and I'm not going to advertise it too much. All right, because I feel for the safety of others. I know what these guys will do and can do. We've got one very, very smart man at the moment that's had to go underground because this is what they do. All right, you start beating them at their game. We've got the goalposts locked in now, guys. They used to move the goalposts all the time. We got the goalposts locked in now. They're concreted in. When we score goals, they can't move them. The problem is they're not putting them on the scoreboard yet. But very soon they're going to have to, because we know what's going on. We've got another gentleman right there that's going through and doing all the all the courts and that up in Sydney. We've had every council in Australia served by the Port Hedland document, guys. You know, we got to just go. What we've got, we use. And we haven't got too much. We've got us. Okay, so I'll land it there, but I just want to thank everyone. I want to thank the boys for the 1,000 days. As I said, nowhere else in the world has this been done, guys. Right, these are leaders in the world. Okay, so just remember it. All right, once again, Australia's leading the world in what we do, and that is the take back. All right, so I'll leave it there. Who's next? Thank you.
Thank you everyone who spoke today. That was awesome. Thank you, Phil. I just want to say, Phil, you said before, you wish you were doing more. I started down here with you when this first started, remember? Every morning coming here, having the barbecue, setting up, having a cup of tea, addressing it, past close, you're doing that, Phil. Don't say you've done nothing. Not enough. You did heaps. More than some of these couch potatoes that sit at home there watching their country go to shit and won't do a thing. You've got a set of these. That's awesome. That's all you need. Right, thank you. Next. This is what I get with people when they come to me. Okay, well, I'll explain what I do, right? Because I don't just run a channel, I run two channels. I have Patriot 101, I have 4 Horsemen 101, I educate on there. I have studied the entire history of their fraud, going back to the Canaanites. Alright, so, and I also am a wordsmith, so I am a plenipotentiary judge for the Global Federal Postal Courts. So we study the language and the fraud in the language. And it's that fraud in that language that's kept you all slaves for your whole entire lives since you were born, not birthed. Right, we're all going with being birthed, right? I haven't got a rudder, and I don't have a sail, and I don't have a hull. I'm not a ship. We weren't birthed, and we won't run under maritime law that belongs out at sea, not on the land. Look up the definition of maritime, guys. You guys there. Maritime means ocean. Well, there's no salt water here. That's dirt. That's dirt there. It's dirt everywhere you run your laws. It's not laws, it's policy. Administrative policy. That's not laws. We, the people, have the laws written on our hearts. Right? We're born with it. We're created by light, number one, first. In that womb, we've been proven that. They filmed it. So, first we're created, then we're born. Or born. Not birthed. And we don't run under maritime law, we run under the law of the land. And the law of the divine only. Why do we think we have a crown? I still see people fighting to get in their petitioning to a crown. What crown? What crown are you petitioning to? They got a crown on their uniforms. How's it a crown? Who called them a crown? What, because they had money they stole from all of us, from our generations of people? And now they say they've got money, they've got wealth, so therefore they've got a crown. So we go, oh, you guys must be a king and we must be your subjects. Well, a subject is a slave, guys. And when we petition, all we do is beg. Well, I tell you what, the divine family don't beg to no one. And no fictional crown either. Because we don't need to have a gold and gemstone hat on to say that we're of that family. Right? We are. So when we see people coming to me and they go, oh my God, they might do this and it could end up like this. Words are spells. powerful spells and we don't know it. Gossip is a powerful spell, and gossip is also a curse. But guess what? We might think gossip is a curse on the one that we gossip against. No. When we gossip against someone else, that curse comes back on you. It rebounds, especially if it's someone from the divine family, right? Someone who knows they have a creator, and then we gossip about them, we gossip against our brother and sister, because we don't agree about one or two things they do, all right? We're here to educate, not to destroy people, okay? Some people don't know. I can't imagine everyone here would know what I know, all right? And it's really hard for me sometimes because I hear the poor language, like I hear people say still person. Person is from persona and it means actor, all right? An actor's mask. So when you say you're a person, you're telling them that you're exactly what they think you are. You're a fiction. You're that birth certificate. No, we're not a birth certificate. We're not a bloody bit of paper that some state says we are. We're what our God says we are. We're sentient, living man and woman. Nothing more. Nothing they want to add to it. Nothing. Their black magic, word trickery is cancelled. The corporate veil is lifted. Corporate immunity has always been a legal fiction. I'll put the fiction in brackets. It's rubbish. It's dress-up theatre, and they played it on the people, not just for centuries, but for thousands of years. And slowly they just turned up the temperature. A little bit by a little bit, generation by generation, and as each generation passed, what they did, as each generation passed, they destroyed the history. They got rid of it, they hid it, and then the victor wrote history to say, we did this, and we were pioneers, and we're the crown, and we come and took this and that. No, you didn't. You wrote history to say you did, but all you did was kill people to do it. And stole and racketeered like the very things you're doing today. Corporations do not run the world. This is not federal, we're federal, we're global federal, right? These guys have federal on their cars, but they have an ABN. ABN always stands for Australian Business Number. What is Australia? Australia's not the country, Australia's corporation now. Registered to Washington DC, 0000805157 SEC CIK ECTA filing system. New South Wales, where I come from, all these states, all registered to DC, owned by the global cabal. The deep state, as Trump talks about. Right? This country, this corporation now, as they've made it, is not owned by us as they think. Well, they're all delusional. And they all screwed up really badly. Because they leave a paper trail of their fraud, and we know, and we have it all. All of it. So they can jump up and down, keep on playing that theatre all their life, they're going nowhere with it. They're all about to fall because their business, their very business they've relied upon for thousands of years to destroy us, relied on secrecy. They relied on the people not knowing it, relied upon that big theatre, they relied upon the props. And we all looked at it, the mainstream media did it, they showed the movies and they sought our consent through the movies. It's a box office movie, yay, we can go do that to them now. This is what they do, this is their curriculum. Now they're happy with what we just showed them, we can go and do it to them. Movies like Plandemic. Plandemic, what do they call it? These things were done to obtain your consent and the world's consent. And the people sat back, and it's not their fault, blindly, because we were born into it. No one's to be knocked up about it. And we just ate it. We engulfed it, we ate it, we consented to it, we gave them the power without knowing. And then, things like the word children. Dren means strength. The word Dren means strength in Serbian, Croatian. And then they put a chilled on it. They chilled the power of your little ones from the curriculum starting from your school. Chilled Dren. Then they made them water the state by giving you a little birth certificate saying they need this to get their licenses to go to school. We need to change their name to a dead name for you. Right, we need to put it in black in capital letters, like on a gravestone, so we can own them. So you have no say on what happens with them anymore. And then that ruled you for the rest of your life from there on. The rest of your life from there on, you didn't know that they're giving you envelopes and they've got this bloody name on it, and you're going, oh, they sent me mail. And everyone says that to me, they sent me mail. I said, did they write that in your living name, did they? And they go, well, it's like this. And I look at it and I go, well, that'll be on your gravestone. So they sent you mail. Did they know they didn't send you mail? Look at these things, guys. Look at the fine details. It's black magic, it's trickery. And as soon as you can see it, and I will teach it, I do teach it on my 4 Horsemen 101 channel. And if anyone wants that, I'm happy to share the link to you. It's everything in there. I have the files, the folders, the evidence, it's all printable. The global federal orders that we created and we served so far that were acquiesced to, including the spraying into the skies, the chemicals that's going into our foods as we spoke about earlier. Right? They've all been served them, all the politicians have been served them. The last thing that was served was to the Navy. Mark Hammond, traitor. Royal Australian Navy, Vice Admiral. So what is it here? We have a military that serves a corporation. We knew this anyway. Military-industrial complex. We have a military that believes that once a criminal is like bull rush, right? As soon as you get into the country, you can stay and you can just do what you like. And they sit back in their offices, collect their wage, and do nothing. Eat Krispy Kremes or whatever they do. They are serving the corporations, guys, and that's always the way it's been. People say the system's broken. No, the system ain't broken. The system's working exactly how they wanted it to work. It's not broken. It's working how they wanted it to work. They designed it that way. Not right. That's how they designed it. It's working effectively. Was. Until the secrecy disappeared. Until the evidence started coming to the light like a pimple. Until things started surfacing. Look at TikTok now. These guys know they're finished. TikTok is smashing them. We had the sleepy mums and dads, you know, they'll be sitting back on the lounge still with masks on, black eyes from the lack of oxygen. And the little ones come home and they go, Mum and Dad, look at this on TikTok. They'll look at it and their cognitive dissonance will be going, oh, I don't want to look at that, I don't want to look at that. This has been happening, and slowly but surely, these people are being clicked. But I know, because I've seen people that would argue at one stage, and now they're coming up and asking questions in my community. It's probably the same for a lot of you guys. The culture, the belief, the things are changing, but we've still got to not be lazy by using their demonic words they're trying to identify us with as human. In the Black's Law, in their very own Black's Law dictionary that they put you through their corporate fraudulent courts with, human means subspecies of animal. Also see monster. Do we want to keep calling ourselves monsters? Because they want to call us monsters, and every time we say I'm a monster, they smirk and go, yep, you are. I'm a good human. Wow, you're a good monster. That's fantastic. What about a good sentient man and woman? Can people not say man and woman anymore? Why do we need to use corporate slavery titles that they give us? They can stick them where the sun don't shine. There's no way they're going to take our power, because our power comes from the highest. Right? And our team can't be beaten. We'll prove that every time. Never. And this is our time. This is the harvest. And if you guys can't see that this is the harvest, well, you've been hiding in some cave. Some sort of cave. I'll rest it there, and I thank you very, very much for listening to me. I like to have a rant, as you know. And I feel good now I can go and isolate again for another 2 months.
Thank you for watching, folks. That was day 1000 in front of Governor General's house. It was a milestone, not a celebration. Please share in Lakesh.